Hey guys, my name's Rob, this is my shop, and today I've got more problems. Okay, you guys are familiar up to this point with what's going on. I had some issues where I thought I had piston to valve clearance, then I didn't, then I did. Long story short, I got all that squared away. I was going over everything one last time before I put the heads on, and as I was looking everything over, let me just turn this over and I want to show you guys what I found here. As I was going over everything, I was running the pistons up, taking a look at everything, and I noticed the piston in number 8 here was sitting a little proud on this side, and I was like, what is going on? Well, long story short, I took the thing out, and I've got, if you don't know from previous videos, the bottom end, everything in that engine's new other than the pistons. The pistons are reused. They got about 5,000 miles on them. They're TRW forged pistons. They're in good shape. So I bought some reconditioned rods from Speedway Motors, and one of the damn rods is bent. And that's why the piston was sitting crooked in there. So let me show you here how I figured out it was bent. Okay, don't mind the messy bench here. Things get blown apart when I start working on stuff. Anyways, number one kind of giveaway is that when I torqued the cap down, I couldn't rotate the crank. So that kind of sent up a red flag. And to verify it, when I took it out, I came over here with the machinist square, and on the top, it's touching. I don't know if that's going to focus on that, but it's touching. And the bottom side, there's a little gap there, if you can see that. So this face here, where the connecting rod busts the other connecting rod, should be 90 degrees perpendicular there to the piston or the cylinder wall. It's certainly not. I've got, I could measure that with some feeler gauges and see what it is, but you can there's the gap right there. And up top, no gappy gap. So that puts me in a spot. So thankfully I found that. That would have eaten up the skirt of that piston real quick. It would have got into the cylinder wall, and I would have pissed even more money away on this engine. I'm glad I found it, super glad I found it. I have some old rods. These are F2, what's that, 92? 92 rods. They're actually the rods that came out of that block when I got that block. I'm going to put a dial bore gauge on them and make sure they're round and the same size as these. And I'm going to press that piston off. I made a fixture to press these pistons off because these pistons were actually on other rods previous. And then, depending on how comfortable I'm feeling, I might try and press that rod on with some heat, this rod, once I verify that it's like on size and everything. If not, I'm just going to take it to a machine shop and have them drop it in there and do it. The only thing that bums me out is I had the rotating assembly balanced with the bad rod. So it's not going to be balanced anymore, but it's going to be close enough and it's going to run fine. I'm not going to spin this motor past 6,000 probably. It probably won't make power past that. Anyways, it's the short-term motor until I can get, let me show you, until I can get that built. That's a 351. That's actually a 69 351. And it's in excellent shape. It's sitting on standard bore. There's actually still factory crosshatch markings in that block from 1969. So that block is going to be, it's seasoned, ready to go. The goal here is for that to eventually be in the little Falcon car. But I've got so much time and money in this stupid 302 now. I could have built that, a turbo 351 for, you know, what I got going on here. But anyways, I digress. We're going to get this piston punched off of this bad rod, and then we're going to take a look at, we'll take a look at maybe putting it on the new rod. I'll take you over to the hydraulic press now. I'm going to show you my piston fixture. I know it works because I've used it 8 times previous to this, and those pistons are still in good shape. So let's jump over there, push the piston off, and then go from there, I guess. All right, put that in the fixture. And then we'll just line this up with the socket. That's the right tool, right? Alright guys, just to make sure both these rods are on the same size, I set the dial bore gauge up, and we're just going to run it through real quick to make sure that they're both set up the same. So we'll just get a baseline reading on the new one. Okay, and then we'll take a reading on the old one. Right at 0 on the second one in reference to the first one. Now I don't even know what the actual measurement here is, and it doesn't matter. I just want to make sure that this is cut the same size as this, because these were reconditioned. And when they recondition rods, what they do is they take the cap off, grind material flat, and then put the rods back together and then re-hone this hole to make it round again. So, and that dimension should be the same always. It's like 2, 3, 40 or something like that. Anyways, reference to here, that way I know that the bearings that were in here, which are new, are going to fit in here, this other rod. And it's right on the money. So that's good to go. Alright guys, well, hang on, let me pause this. Got a little zombie land going on. You guys see that movie? I love that movie. It's one of those you can just play in the background and enjoy. Anyways, if you like zombies, I guess. Okay, so this is now together and it's good. You'll notice these rods all look new. Oh, except for that one. Look at that one. That is not a new rod. So the situation there is this block is a 94 Explorer block. And when I got it, I blew it apart off the machine shop. Anyways, I kept the old rods. The pistons were junk, but the rods were good. So I kept the rods, and I'm glad I did, because I pushed that old wrist pin out of the old rod, the new rod, the bent rod. And I was like, dude, I think I have these rods. And these rods are the same part number as these new ones I bought. Let's see. They're just reconditioned Ford rods. So these are F2s. Oh, can you see? Doesn't matter. There it is. And those were F2s as well. So I'm like, dude, these are the same rods. And I measured them, they mic'd out the same. Anyways, long story short, you guys saw this, I already showed you. But I put them in there, and I remeasured, or I tightened everything up and remeasured everything, and that piston is no longer crooked. So 100% without a doubt, that rod is bent. I am just so thankful I found that. The only downside here is now my rotating assembly isn't balanced. It's still way more balanced than like a factory 302 would have been from the 90s. But yeah, this is a temp motor anyways, but I'm pumped to get this thing together and to get it on the car. But man, what a relief. I'm just so glad I found that. I couldn't imagine like the anger I would feel. I would want to burn this car to the ground if I fired it up and ran it for a couple hours and it trashed a piston. Oh my gosh. You guys, I saved my life basically right now by finding this. Anyways, this is together, and I can't ask for more for today. Yeah, I lost a day doing this stuff, but man, what a relief, seriously. So I guess that's a wrap on that for today. So yeah, that's it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate your guys' patronage and viewage and all that stuff, and just engaging with you guys in the comments means a lot. I've got some positive feedback on some other videos, especially the bead roller. You guys are really moving forward on some of your bead roller builds, so I'm excited to see those. And again, thanks again for watching this stuff. Part 4 of the engine build series. Now that the engine build's back on track, the build series, I can finish that up. I'm actually going to stop this recording and start that one so I can put that one out here pretty quick. And then, I know I've said this before, but then engine together and in the car. So thanks a lot, guys, and we'll talk to you soon on the next one. See ya.